So, in Final Fantasy VII Remake, we are playing as Cloud, a mercenary who used to be a soldier with a capital S. Soldiers are elite soldiers working for Shinra, a mega corporation who controls a big part of the world, and notably the city of Midgar where the game takes place. Shinra extracts Mako, which is more or less the life energy from the planet, to generate electricity and materia which is used to make magic in this world. As a little aside, Shinra also manufactures weapons and has an army, like the typical cyberpunk megacorporation. Anyway, Cloud was hired by Avalanche, an eco-terrorist group, to destroy a reactor which produces electricity from Mako, and the mission is a success. After that, the team meets back at their hideout and we learn that Cloud seems to be in it only for the money, that Barrett, the leader of the team, has a daughter, Marlene, that Tifa, also a member of Avalanche, is a childhood friend of Cloud, to whom he made a promise to come to her rescue if ever she needed it, which she uses for him to join on another mission to destroy another reactor. This time, however, they are caught by Shinra, and after blowing up one of their giant robots, Cloud gets separated from the others and falls down to, well, not his doom. I haven't mentioned it, but Midgar is a city built on 2 levels that you could see as a pizza above another one, and it has 8 sectors which you could see as slices of the pizzas. So Cloud just fell from the above level, where the reactors and the more fortunate people are, to the lower level, through the roof of a church. There, Aerith, a flower seller whom Cloud bought a flower after his first mission, finds him and they immediately have to flee because the Turks are after her. Cloud and Aerith end up seeing Tifa heading towards the Wall Market. Wall Market is a lawless area mostly under control of Don Corneo. And after this sequence, we find she's there to get info from Corneo. And we basically learn that Shinra is going to destroy the pillar holding the upper level of Sector 7, below which Avalanche's hideout is, and blame Avalanche for it. Aerith goes to the hideout to save Marlene. We and Avalanche go up the pillar to try and prevent its destruction, but we fail. We see Aerith got captured by the Turks. She says Marlene is safe, and only Barrett, Cloud and Tifa find a way to flee before the big destruction. After checking on Marlene at Aerith's house, we learn that Aerith is the last survivor of the Ancients, or the Cetra, people who are capable of talking to the planet and who are supposed to know the location of the Promised Land, which is kind of their paradise, but which is also supposed to hold a lot of Mako energy, and Shinra is very interested in that. Anyway, the Shinra is trying to capture Aerith with their shady spies, or whatever they are, which are called the Turks, and we decide to go and save her in the Shinra building. There, while searching for Aerith, they go through Shinra's scientist Professor Hojo's laboratory, where they find the remnants of a headless creature named Genova that Cloud recognizes since he's seen it in the Mako reactor from his village during an incident 5 years ago. In any case, they find Hojo trying weird experiments on Aerith and another specimen, Red 13, and we free both of them. After some little twists, the team realizes Genova disappears, and after following her trail, they find Shinra's president killed by Sephiroth. At that point, we only know Sephiroth is a legendary soldier, with a capital S, again, who inspired Cloud to enter Soldier, and who disappeared 5 years ago. But Cloud seems very worried about him being back. Anyway, the team escapes Shinra Tower and Midgar through a highway chase, and well, that could be a good summary for both Final Fantasy VII Remake and the original Final Fantasy VII's beginning, but I've omitted a few things from the remake. First, Cloud sees Sephiroth way earlier in the game as kind of apparitions or something. And second, when events seems to steer away from the original story, some ghostly creatures appear and fix things to match the original game's events. They, for example, hurt Jesse, one of Avalanche's members, so that Barrett asks Cloud to come on the second mission, like in the original game. And they also revive Barrett, who's not supposed to die later on. And at the end of the remake, instead of leaving Midgar immediately, we get sent by Sephiroth to fight the thing that is responsible for the ghastly creatures, who are called the Whispers, so that we can have multiple timelines. We can change the original game's timeline. So, from what I understood, the Sephiroth from the original game, from the normal timeline, somehow reached the remake's timeline and caused the changes and thus triggered the Whispers and that final boss. And I think he's planned us defeating that boss so that the timeline can be changed and so that he cannot be defeated like in the original timeline. That's a hypothesis, but I think it makes sense. And also, before the game ended, we saw a glimpse of another timeline where Zack, who we're not really supposed to know yet, but he's basically looking a lot like Cloud, with dark hair though. But this guy survives and carries Cloud to Midgar, which is different from the original game. So I'm not exactly sure where that's going, but it's interesting. And I also think Aerith in the remake, and probably in Rebirth, is kind of aware of all that, but I'm not super sure why. But that's it for the summary.